Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast, episode 562. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
And Tony Korkanakis.
Yo.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers. Corey will hopefully join us. He's on a work emergency call, so hopefully he will join us during this podcast, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, so yeah, video games this week.
Actually, we have stuff to talk about. We kind of have pretty big stuff.
We do. We do have the PS5 showcase occurred. Did you guys play anything different this week? I didn't play anything.
Nope.
No?
More Greedfall.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so we had two things happen. Let's do the NPD real quick, go over those numbers, and then let's get into the PS5 showcase, because that's the biggest, meat and potatoes of everything happening. Let's go NPD. Tony, what do we got?
Yeah, let's see. August 2021, consumer spending across hardware, content, and accessories grew 7% when compared to a year ago, to an August record of $4.4 billion. Year-to-date spending totaled $37.9, which is a 13% increase over the same period in 2020. So yeah. Although, I gotta say, with two new next-gen systems that are very expensive,
you just can't find them.
Yeah, I know.
It might be a light month for shipments.
I know. Yeah. But yeah, healthy market. Let's see. Highest total achieved in August month since 2008, and third highest August month total in history. Let's see. Nintendo Switch was the best-selling hardware platform in units during the August month and year-to-date, while PlayStation 5 led both time periods in dollar sales. Madden Nfl debuted as the best-selling game of August to no surprise, while also ranking fourth among the best-selling games of 2021 year-to-date. This is the 22nd consecutive year that a Madden NFL franchise release has been the best-selling title of its launch month.
Yearly release, annual release.
Yep.
Sorry, yes.
A giant surprise, pleasant surprise, Ghost of Tsushima ranked as the number 2 best-selling game of August after finishing number 110 on the best-selling title chart in July.
What happened?
The director's cut.
It had, obviously.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it was going to sell that well. Crap.
Yeah, dude. To me, that game has had better legs and word of mouth than even like Last of Us 2, in my opinion. Just Ghost of Tsushima. I think people were just wanting a new, thing and stuff like that. But yeah, there's that. Let's see. Number 3 was Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 4 was new title Humankind. Number 5, Miles Morales Spider-Man. Number 6, Mario Kart 8. Number 7, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Number 8, Minecraft. Number 9, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And number 10, MLB The Show. Rounding out the bottom of the 20, you got Smash Brothers, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Ratchet & Clank, Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Mortal Kombat 11 still, Super Mario 3D World, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Golf, and Super Mario Party. So, yeah, good month all around for U.S. market,
Yeah, definitely. All right. Let's see. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy Go Gold. Yeah. October 26th. I still don't realize this game. I still don't think this game is real. I don't know why. It just feels like it's never coming out, and it is actually coming out very soon. October 26th. It's actually happening.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that game plays.
I don't know, man. I can't get a handle on what it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's the problem I have. I just don't have a vibe from it.
I honestly, the vibe isn't great that I get from it. It's not
bad, but it's not great so far. I'm not sensing the whole Avengers. I'm not sure about this anymore for a year, but I'm not invested in it anyway. It's not a title I'm interested in. If it gets great reviews and everybody's like, oh yeah, this is really good, sure, I'll be interested down the line.
Even if it's pretty good reviews, I'd probably check it out still down the line, not launch. But so yeah, and Dying Light got delayed.
Dying Light 2 got delayed, unfortunately, but
yeah, not surprised.
Do
we have a date for that now or no? Just
February 2022.
Okay.
February is going to be a very packed month, ladies and gentlemen.
We said it last year though that they were moving everything, and it didn't happen this year. So who knows? We'll see. No. But I will say that we got the PlayStation 5 showcase last week with a lot of upcoming games to talk about. We don't know a lot of the release dates exactly for this stuff, but it's interesting what we ran into. A lot of surprises from the showcase. for some reason, like I just was not that hyped for this showcase event, and
I didn't even really remember it was happening until
no, I knew it, but like
started coming out. Well, actually, until you guys talked about it.
Yeah, I was not even gonna watch it until I had an oh my god moment. Like with Tony and Corey chimed in on Discord, they didn't say what it was, just oh my god, and I'm like, oh, I gotta see what the hell this is now. So I didn't even know. It was so busy of a work day, I didn't even know until I got home. And I think it was like 9 o'clock at night. I watched it finally. I'm like, oh, holy shit! I was like, wow. So I just could not believe it. So this showcase was last Thursday, and it opened with a game that we've clamored for a remake of, Knights of the Old Republic, and just a figure standing there. But so it's very early, but it's in production. And do we get a title? Who's the studio doing this?
It's not BioWare.
It's not.
No, I know. It is a studio. I just don't know the name.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm skeptical, man. Like, first of all, like it's a remake, and you're gonna start off with like a CGI trailer, like teaser, whatever you want to call it. Like, not into those anymore, man.
I know, but I'm so happy to see that they're finally working on.
No, I'm happy they're doing it. It's just I was hoping they would have something to show.
Yes, I do agree. To give us like, what is the remake going to involve? Is it going to be, Resident Evil 2 remake, or is it going to be?
So was this game? This game was turn-based originally.
Yes, and dice rolls behind the scenes. So yeah.
Okay.
So basically, what happens is like you go into combat. It's not turn-based. Yeah, it's a queue. It's a queue-based mode. So like you have a time bar that moves up when you can do actions, right? So you can, when you get the time bar full, you can pause the fight, kind of survey where you want to go with your actions, and queue up a whole bunch of moves, and then just unpause and then let it unfold. You know what I mean? So that was the kind of action sequences you went into.
So do you think they're gonna do that again, or just?
I think they're gonna try to make it more of an action RPG. That's my theory. I think they're gonna kind of mix a little Jedi Fallen Order into this, but it's still got to keep some of this RPG elements that you really do. Like that's part of the game, like the leveling up, and there's like a branching leveling system. So you have to keep that stuff. But I think the antiquated sequence of the queue system, which I loved, for the record, like people hate that about JRPGs, like the turn-based stuff. I love the strategy involved. I don't know why. Like I can sit there and be like, okay, I want to do this, and then this guy's going to go, and I can do this. And then he's going to hit me hard. So I got to kind of plan to do, like, I love being able to stop and then do that. And then, here comes Corey coming in. But, I love being able to kind of just pause the sequences and do that. But, like most RPGs nowadays, people hate that. And it's like, I don't know. I just love that myself. But, welcome back, Corey. We're in the Gamecast now. But yeah, so yeah.
Well, obviously, as someone who never played the old one, was always interested in it. I'm very interested in this remake, but I do hope the opposite as of you, and hope they do make it.
I know that my views do not represent the views of all the podcast members or those in public, because most people hate that, but I liked it. So.
Oh, were you talking about KOTOR?
Yep.
Yes.
We just started with.
Ahoy, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So Sony showcase.
Yes, we're on the showcase. We just kicked it off. So,
cool.
I don't have them in order, so I don't even remember what was in after that. But I can go through.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what order.
Hack and slash. We got Hack and Slash announced. Project Eve.
That to me was the surprise of the show.
I think so too.
I had no idea about that.
No, I thought it looked great. What's that?
No, this isn't that. That's not the one, right? This is the very Japanese one.
Yeah, hack and slash kind of style game.
Oh, it's Korean. First of all,
it's Korean. Okay.
But it reminded me of like Bayonetta.
Yes, that's what I got the vibe from. That's it.
Like a mixture of Bayonetta and like Nier and stuff like that. And then towards the end of the trailer, there is that enemy, whatever
cyborg
thing. That, like, when her helmet closed, and then the skull appeared. I was like, oh, I'm getting Kojima vibes from this. I was like,
seriously,
is this a Kojima game? I was like, no, there's no way. And stuff like that. But to me, that looked really cool.
Definitely.
To see that.
That looked good. We had Marvel's Spider-Man 2 announced.
Yeah.
With the
I
Venom
mean, that's
showing.
gotta
the Venom
be
trailer.
Craven, right? Talking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
question. That's Craven. No question.
Which was it was an interesting choice though, to have him do the voiceover, never show him, but then reveal Venom at the end of the trailer. I thought that was strange.
Yeah,
I
we didn't
will
get the
have.
villain reveal.
Yeah, it seemed odd because like I was expecting Craven to pop out of there, but then he's like, oh, it's not Craven. Okay.
Well, Venom to me is definitely more of an interesting character to see in there. But I don't know how they're gonna fit. This is it. It does almost feel like Spider-Man movie. It's like, oh, you need at least 2 villains here. Like, how are they going to fit together? But it looks good. I'm a little surprised. Well, not surprised, but a little, maybe let's say disappointed that we're going all the way to 2023 for this game.
Yeah, I mean, all of this stuff is pretty far out. I mean, who knows Knights of the Republic? And
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
you don't know anything.
I mean,
A
I have
lot
to
of this
admit
was-
though,
trailers.
I know you guys probably did what you've been up to already, but because of this trailer and because of the other
saw
stuff
this,
like Marvel
yeah,
stuff,
online.
I went out and started playing Miles Morales,
Nice.
and
Yeah,
it is
I have to go play that.
it is so
Yeah.
good. It is
I'm
so
gonna play it
really
soon.
really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a full game too, like compared to like what you'd expect it to be, and it's like the new powers that he has that you get to utilize in the game is fantastic. I have to
Yeah.
say it's
Do we?
awesome.
So, do we think they will dare to actually make like co-op a thing in this, or is it just going to be like Arkham Knight where
I think you
do
switch.
team up,
I think you
switch out
switch.
moves and stuff
I think
like
you
that?
switch. Yeah. I think it's you switch during the narrative, back and forth, like you did with MJ, but now it's going to be Miles Morales.
Well, at least, you did with him too. He just walked around and got caught by people.
Yeah, but now
I think you're gonna be
Spider-
Spider-Man for 90% of this game, if not more than that.
Yeah.
What,
Like,
you
it's
mean-
Spider-Man 2. It's not Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, I
No,
want to
I
play as
think you'll play as
Spider-Man.
him. I think she's gonna. He's gonna be
I
the
think
MJ.
it's gonna be like 50-50 with those two in this game.
Maybe he's very popular, but like I think it's like either way, it's going to replace what you did with MJ. Not like the stealth sequences, but
No, I
changing
hope
out
there's
some
no
characters.
MJ stuff.
Yeah,
in
we
it.
don't need that shit at all. in
No.
this
I mean,
I'm good
Miles
with
Morales
that
is
one.
great. Like, I have to say, like I said, like his powers in the Miles Morales game is a lot of fun to mess around with, and the combos you get is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, are you guys concerned with Insomniac now working on 2 Marvel games at the same time? 3.
Well, I mean, there are 2 games currently now. Yeah, but I was
Yeah,
saying that
concurrently.
I thought they had something else going on, but
No, I
yeah,
thought it was
Marvel
2.
wise. Yeah,
Because-
as soon as I saw that bar sequence, I'm like, is
Yeah,
I knew it.
Wolverine
I
show-
knew it.
Yeah, I was like, is
Well-
Wolverine showing up in Spider-Man 2? Like, is that what's gonna happen right now?
Yeah,
That'd be
so-
cool.
I
And then
knew it just based on what you guys like commented a little bit. I saw the bar. I'm like, is this gonna be Wolverine? Then they show him from the back. I'm like, oh, it's Wolverine. Like that.
Yeah.
it was just a matter of, is he showing up in Spider-Man 2 or is he getting his own
I
game?
found
That
it.
was the
I
question.
found it funny that there's all these reaction videos of people literally not knowing who it is until the claws pop. I'm like,
What?
really?
Seriously?
It
But I
seems
mean,
so
like,
odd.
the
So odd.
like the only question was, is it his own game or is it a Spider-Man game? That was the only question I had.
So I have lots of feelings on this. Number one, I am happy that Wolverine is allowed to be promoted again. He's not blacklisted anymore.
That's right. That's right.
Number 2, he is my second favorite superhero, but I would rather have an X-Men game at this point.
Wow, I'm surprised you said that, Mike. I'm really surprised because that was the thing for me. Was like,
I would. We had a good solo Wolverine game like 11 years ago. I mean, that's a long time
long
for most
time.
people, but I'm old now, so that's not that long ago.
It's still a long time. You can still make a good game here. Like
They could.
I'm not in disagreement with you about making an X-Men game, but I'm excited for this because if it follows the Spider-Man kind of style fighting, I think it's gonna be great.
Well, I don't know. See, that's the other thing. Like, I don't see.
I don't
it
actually want that.
translates. Yeah, I
You
want it
don't
to
want
be
like a Spider-Man
really
style
different.
game. Obviously Wolverine, but Spider-Man like
Well,
esque.
yeah,
fighting.
How-
I would rather
he gonna get
cater
around?
to Wolverine's style of combat than Spider-Man's like a gymnastics.
Mike, he's got his bike.
all jumping around.
He can ride on his bike on town.
Is his bike gonna zip to corners of buildings?
No, but I'm not talking about not navigation. I'm talking about fighting.
I would
said
rather
fighting.
see more. To me, it'd be more of an Arkham type of combat than a
Yes,
Spider-Man
okay,
combat.
but Spider-Man's kind of style that style.
Spider-Man
as
is
well,
Arkham.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying like you just it's a little different though because you a little bit different style of combat. That's
There's
all.
more verticality, I would say. with
But I'd
Spider-Man.
also want this to be much more mature though.
So
than
It will.
I
They
can't.
said that
When
too.
I think of this, I can't help but think of that game. The X-Men Origins game came out like 2009, maybe. Because in that one, and this was a 360 game. It was surprisingly good, especially considering it was based on a terrible movie. It was M-rated, which was a surprise for the PG-13 movie. And the most important thing isn't necessarily Wolverine ripping people in half and all that stuff. I don't want like them to shy away from what claws would actually do damage-wise, so I would want that part. But to me, the real-time damage and healing that was in that game for Wolverine himself was amazing, and probably the best use of an M rating that I can remember. So, is this going to be an M-rated game? Are they going to
said
have
it's going to be
something
mature
similar?
rated, and not mature rated, but mature
Toned,
mature tones.
So that I hope they rip off and obviously update 2 generations later. Excuse me, exactly. Because that is something that made that game unique and made the character unique. He's uniquely qualified to be a health regenerating character, and you can have a visual representation of it using that M rating and your graphical engine. And I think that would be crazy to see on next gen hardware. And
they also
like
use
a
the
very
movie
important
claws and not the comic claws. Thought that
what
was interesting.
between the knuckles instead of on them.
Yep. On
Yeah.
the back of the hand.
Yeah. So we'll see, but we don't even have a year listed for this,
I
right?
mean, 2024 at the earliest.
This is my biggest criticism of the overall show for Sony, and this is their problem. It's a problem for me. Obviously, it's not a problem because it worked last time with a PS4, and they're like FF7 remake, Shenmue 3, like everything else, and it's like, cool, you came out like the last year of the PlayStation 4's life before the successor. It's like, did you really make do on that promise? I don't know, man. I don't know, but that's what it is. Where I just have to think realistically. Like, okay, if they sing Spider-Man 2 is 2023, there's no way they're releasing that. There's no way they're releasing that and Wolverine in the same year. There's no fucking way they would do that.
It'd be nice, but no, it doesn't seem likely.
So 2024 at the earliest, but even that seems like really short. Because again, CGI sequence, not gameplay.
I would say 2020. It's 4 years away. It's probably safe.
Like there was nothing really in the trailer at all, other than the claws coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody can make a CGI trailer.
And we're also wondering, like we said, with the traversal and the combat, how much of their old engine will they be able to like repurpose for this game?
I'm sure a lot. But
right.
Got it, Mike. You got it, Mike. We were just talking about the other week. The Immortal Sons.
This is it. This is a real superhero game.
I know. I told you. I was like, man, look, it's not going to take.
Leave it to Insomniac. Like they made a great Spider-Man game, and the Miles Morales game is really good. And so like you have to believe that whatever they put out is going to be at least as good, if not, and hopefully better.
For Insomniac, we know that the gameplay is solid, but the thing that it kind of makes me most interested is the story was really what I think they did the best in the first Spider-Man game. Then, so I am curious what they're going to do with this character here.
Interestingly enough, and I don't think anybody touched upon it, they have confirmed that they, at least Spider-Man and Wolverine, are their own connected universe now. So that'll be interesting.
Well, because I think there was some Easter eggs at the bar. There was like the Hulk 181 plate, which is the first appearance of Wolverine, and then they had like the 618 something, which is the universe that Sony Spider-Man takes place in, or multiverse, like 618. So
I thought it was 616, right?
Oh, maybe 616.
Oh no, that was the main one. So 618 is supposed to be
whatever it is. Now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yep, but it did show that it was part of the same universe, which is really cool and exciting.
I mean, I just hope I really hope it's not like that far away, but it probably will be.
It will be. All right, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands
Yeah,
was also
and
shown.
we knew about it.
Yeah, March 25th. Did we have that date before?
Oh, we did not have the date, but yeah, so
So
March 25th.
And
we
you're
have
still.
the Forspoken trailer, which is
Hmm.
coming for PS5 in spring 2022.
Is this the one with the voiceover?
Spoken looked good. I thought that was
Yeah.
neat looking. It seemed
I-
very
I-
dull.
Was that the voiceover of that one? I don't
The
remember.
woman, it's the woman talking the whole time, and she.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
and then she's
She
like
had her
flying
bracelet.
around.
Yeah.
She's talking a lot with a little snark. Yeah. No, I kept thinking that was going to be something else, and then it wasn't. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Is it another model game? Like, I don't know, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it seems interesting. They're using the Luminous engine from Square Enix, which powered Final Fantasy 15, I believe. It was a good engine. So
It definitely doesn't look cheap, that game. It looks
No,
like
no.
No,
big
definitely not.
AAA thing.
So Uncharted 4 is getting a remaster for
Who the
PS5
fuck cares?
And Lost Legacy, but yeah.
and Lost Legacy.
Yeah, great.
Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Extraction gameplay.
That
which
looks
I had
cool. I
no idea that was I
we
didn't know
talked that was shown before though.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
I was
it.
the only
Yeah,
one
I-
excited for
I
this. I was
didn't
like,
watch
this
this,
actually
yeah.
looks fun.
No,
It does
I
look
was like,
fun.
yeah,
No,
I
it's-
agreed with you.
It's crazy to me that we're to a point where Tom Clancy game is fighting aliens, but it's all right.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's what I think that's what makes this one unique and interesting because you get to not just kill people. You get to just like have this guilt-free, like I'm killing aliens and in the Tom Clancy game, which is really neat. So I like it.
Gran Turismo 7 release date, March 22nd. No. Grand Theft Auto. There's no
close.
way that's March 22nd. Sorry. If it comes out, I'll be shocked. Grand Theft Auto 5 PS5 version is now delayed until March 2022. So March is another big month apparently.
Yawn.
Remember when that was being touted? Oh, look at when PS5 comes out, you'll be able to play Grand Theft Auto 5. And I was like, yeah, like we're almost a year in. Come on.
Yeah,
Third
yeah,
generation
yeah.
for this fucking game.
Do we got a Radiohead and Epic Games tease as well during this? That's a weird looking game. Yeah, that's right. That was that weird freaking looking game. That was, I don't know.
That's something that looks scary. Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Deathloop trailer, which is out now anyways,
Mhm.
which is getting great
Apparently
reviews.
getting
Fantastic
great
reviews.
Yeah. Makes me really want to try because I was not interested.
I
know it
almost
looks good,
bought
but-
it
Yeah.
because I was looking if I could get it for $50. I was gonna do it because it was like for $50 before. Now
My only hesitation is I played both Dishonors and I thought I would like them and I just didn't. I tricked myself for the second one being like, all right.
Yeah.
But part of the thing that made me dislike them is you're so encouraged to be non-lethal and all the fun stuff is lethal in those games. And then
Well, this is the opposite. This is like you should be killing.
yeah, this seems like it's called Deathloop.
Yeah, I know, which is why this might be more fun. So we'll see.
I'm a little bit worried about this game just because, like, to me, it feels like this might be one of those like, oh, this is one of the first big like AAA games for the new generation of systems. So we're just gonna boost it a little bit to
bump its scores.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. I do like the concept though, and and Arcane's been pretty good.
The other
most
thing that
part.
I worry about is, reviewers definitely have a bias for shorter games now since they have to do so much. And I am worried, like, the concept makes me feel like it might be a little content light. Maybe I'm wrong, but just the concept of it, I'm like, how much could there actually be in this game? Like, are you going to be completely done with this game after like 10 hours? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. That's what you never know with reviews. You don't see that in reviews usually. Let's see what else we have. Ghostwire Tokyo trailer. No release date still for that. Weird.
Yeah, it's another one we saw before. So
Oh, Alan Wake remastered, which we talked about on the podcast last week. October 5th. That is real. It's
I
happening.
am interested now.
It looks good. I'm interested. Absolutely. And then I think really the big thing was God of War, right?
we got to see
Ragnarok?
gameplay.
Yeah, we saw gameplay, which is nice, but people are very hyped on this, and I'm like, this looks. And it's not necessarily a bad thing because I really like the last game. It looks more of the same a lot. more.
Like it's in the same world, exactly the same place. Yeah, they've
So much so, I'm like, why did this even have to get delayed so much? But
I don't know, because it's clearly they're not redesigning the wheel here. They're using the same environment.
It's a new director, so like it's I don't know, maybe that impacts it or something. But
people were thinking
the main guy.
Yeah, that we might get like playable Arteus. Arterus. What is his name? Loki.
Atreus.
Yeah.
Loki.
I think it was Kid. I think.
Boy.
Oh boy, that's it.
Yeah,
boy.
but he doesn't seem like he's going to be playable, which is fine. I don't.
He's
really
going to be playable.
Play him.
He'll be playable. In fact, I bet you this is the switcheroo. I bet you he's playable most of the game.
Oh, I would hate that so much. No, we see a lot of different abilities from Kratos in this game. So
do you have them at the beginning?
This could be an MGS2 thing, man.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to happen.
No, he's not. But like, they didn't even age him up really much. Like, he looks.
He's
more
a teenager
or less
now.
age.
It seems like he's a teenager. I don't know.
I feel like he's taking this game over. Didn't we see a preview of?
I mean, he's hitting puberty, so we got to do something
Did we see
here.
Kratos dying in Ragnarok? Didn't we see this?
Yeah, I understand that, and that's going to be like hanging over the game a bit. But I really don't think they're going to pull like a Last of Us on us with this one. They might, but I would be pissed because I don't want to be that little snot-nosed piece of shit.
I mean, to be fair, he was pretty decent as a AI companion.
Yeah,
as an AI as a utility, yes, he was decent.
Yes.
As a character, he is.
I mean, listen, the game looks fine. It looks just like the last game.
No, I mean,
there's nothing wrong with it.
It looks great. It looks like I'm gonna love it because I really love the last one. I just don't know what's so different about it, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that different.
It's the same idea with Horizon. We don't know what's going to be really different with that.
No, and I mean, for Horizon, I feel like that the biggest thing was just make the cities and the characters seem more alive. I don't know.
We don't know if we got it though. We'll see.
No, I don't know. We don't have any idea.
I mean, when you make a sequel, the main idea is to give you more of the same.
No, but we'll compare that to maybe say Spider-Man 2. That seems like they are changing major things with that just by having a second character like that, either playable or as a co-op thing. Or
sure, but like if Spider-Man 2 reused the same map and then added on to it or something like that, I mean, that's what I expect to happen.
I mean, how much of New York City, like you were in New York City. So
yeah, but I know what Mike's saying though. He's kind of surprised that God of War is in the exact same spot. Like you're treading the same exact water, you're going through the same snow.
I don't think the map will be the same because the map was.
Well, you only went to 4 of the realms, I think, right?
Did you only go to 4?
I think you could have gone to more potentially.
There was a realm or two you could not go to still. I was a completionist with this game. I did spend time in that like gas realm, which was like randomly generating and where you got the most resources and best armor eventually by fighting your way through that.
Yeah.
But there's still, I think, was at least 1 or 2 you could not go to, even after doing everything. So we'll see. No, I do expect the map actually to be mostly different. So you are right in that case here.
All right, and that's pretty much the showcase. So
honestly, I came out of it feeling way better about the PS5 than I went in.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited for what's coming out for.
But again,
who knows when?
Need it soon.
Yeah, who knows when exactly? We were talking about it yesterday on Discord. It's like, yeah, I love it. I love what's coming out, but you don't have to buy it tomorrow. Like, there's no reason to be clamoring down a door at a store to get this system because there's no reason. Like, there's nothing.
I mean, look at. This was a good show. It was a good show. Not a great show, but good. There's definitely a couple of games I'm interested in that we didn't know about prior to that day. But to me, just again, it's one of those things where like they show these things and it's like years away. And it's just every time they do this, I just get less and less interested until it's like, close. Because like, yeah, obviously I know I'm just gonna be there for Spider-Man 2 day 1. Like fucking whatever that is. But like, if you're showing me Wolverine, no release date. I mean, did they even give a lot of
CG trailers?
Did they give a new date for God of War? I don't think they did.
No.
Because like to me, that feels like they're not even going to be confident about next year now. I don't know. That's just I'm reading too much that they didn't.
That better be out next year.
I will say, We'll
I
see.
mean, you'd hope that you'd wished and you'd like would think that it would be out, this holiday, but
And
nope.
and Horizon is they didn't show Horizon for this, but that's supposed to be the like early
This is
part of next
this
year.
has got to be like yeah, Horizon. Ugh. Yeah, like what do they have this holiday? Like
Nothing.
yeah.
Nothing.
On anything in
There's no
particular.
reason to own a
Oh,
PS5. There's no
gosh.
reason to own. I was saying there's no reason to own a Series X unless you get a great deal on it or something. Like I got mine because of that. But you have an Xbox One, you can play everything you want to play, and you have a PS4, you can play everything you want to play. There's no reason to upgrade right now. So, all right, that's gonna wrap up 562 of the Gamecast. Thanks for tuning in. You can write us allgeek@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe and the like button. See you guys next week. We're out.